Hello, hello, hello. Happy vlog. It is 3:41 p.m. and I am on my way to Seymour to meet up with my friends, to go to my friend's funeral. And I've been just listening to country music. I have all my country music on shuffle. Just been kind of driving and thinking. It's been kind of nice. I kind of had a little bit of an emotional breakdown today before I left. Got it out, I think, a little bit. It's been good for me to talk about it on here the last couple nights. I made a video about my friend today for my Peterisms channel. So, you know, it's bittersweet. I'm excited to see my friends because I haven't seen them in a long time. But I'm sad because of the reason. So, we're gonna go to the viewing, and then we're gonna go to get something to eat afterwards, we're thinking. So we'll see. I don't know, they were like, do you want to go get something to eat afterwards? And I was like, yeah, sure. They were like, well, unless you're in a hurry to get back. And I'm like, my videos are done for the day, and Alex is gonna feed the dogs, and then he's got this thing tonight that he's doing. So he's not gonna be at home anyway, so there's not a reason for me to rush back. I'm actually, I think on the way back, gonna stop at Edinburgh, which is the outlet mall. I wanna get some cologne, and then I wanna look at shoes. No, I'm not wearing this to the funeral. I actually have blue pants back there and a plaid button down short sleeve shirt that I'm gonna wear with like nice shoes and a belt. Well, I have my belt on, but so yeah, so it's kind of sad, it's kind of bittersweet. It's weird taking this road. Like, I've done this road a lot with Alex, you know, in the last 10 years. Because we'll go to Louisville, or when we drive to Florida, this is the road that we take, it's 65 South. But like, I haven't driven this road by myself to go to Seymour in 12 years. Longer than that. Here's my, this was a gift that Alex got, something to do with work, and I saw it underneath our cabinet the other day, and it was in the box still, and I was like, are you going to use this? And he was like, no, you can use it if you want. I was like, where did you get it? He was like, somebody gave it to me as a gift. So I took it to Starbucks today. It's actually 30 ounces, and I've been really trying to, for like the last couple months, use my own cup when I go through Starbucks. A, because it helps with recycling of cups, because they don't use the plastic cups then, or the recyclable straw. This is a recyclable straw. Well, it's just a straw that comes with the cup. There's two of them that come with the cup. I don't know what the brand is on this, but it doesn't matter. But anyway, is the brand on here somewhere? SM? I don't know what that means. But anyway, so you also get a certain, like, you get it's like 12 cents or something. It's not a lot that you get off each drink, but if you have your own cup, you get so much off. But the girl that was my barista today, I've known her for a long time, that works there. She's real earthy, she's vegan. We've talked a lot about vegetarianism and veganism, and she's all about the earth and stuff like that. And so she was like, thank you for using your own cup. I thought that was so sweet. And so I got a venti, which is like 24 ounces. This is 30 ounces, and she filled it to the top with ice. And look, like, I've been drinking it now for like over an hour, and the ice is still completely, like, you see in there? So this cup keeps stuff cold, which is good. So I thought I would vlog a little bit on the way down here. It's such a beautiful drive. I forgot how beautiful of a drive it is. It's just like the country going through southern Indiana is so gorgeous. And if you've never been through southern Indiana, it's a lot of like farms that you see. But in southern Indiana, there's a lot of rivers too, and it gets very hilly. If you've ever seen the show Stranger Things on Netflix, Stranger Things supposedly takes place in southern Indiana, but I don't think it was filmed there. But I will say this, that the TV show looks very much like southern Indiana. Like, wherever they filmed it looks identical to what southern Indiana looks like. So if you want to get a good idea, but it's so pretty here. And you drive, like when you're driving, like this is just like woods after woods after woods after woods, and in construction, because they're doing major construction. But it's so pretty. And then you'll like look over, and then like in the middle of this field, there'll just be this huge like pond with all of these like cows around it, and then you pass like rivers and stuff. It's just, I can't remember what the river is, Flat Rock River, that you pass in Edinburgh. And then when you get to Seymour, Columbus area, there's the Muscatatuck River. And I know I'm not like a really outdoorsy person. I don't like love the idea. I like to hike actually, a little bit in the woods. I wouldn't want to do it for like 10 hours or a 3-day weekend, but like for an afternoon, I think it's kind of fun to like adventure into a new area that you haven't been. Like right over there, there's like just like a tree house, just like built like on the edge of the woods over there. There's like no houses around or anything. I don't know actually who owns a lot of this land, because you'll just add the other thing that's interesting is out of the blue, you'll see like some humongous house, right? And like literally what would be in Indianapolis, like $1 million home, and you'll just see it sitting literally out in the middle of a field, and you're like, this is so crazy, like who builds this house like way out in the middle of the field, you know? So anyway, and there's tons and tons of mustard plant, like over here, it's like yellow right here where I'm driving by. I was supposed to be there at 3:30, but the construction leaving Indianapolis was so bad, the interstate was down to 2 lanes, and then it was like really congested, and this is all like 2 lanes, but it's got like a divider on the side, and it's just, I guess they're maybe making it 4 lanes because they're doing like 2 lanes over here. So it's weird, she was giving me directions to, because they live in a new house, and she was giving me directions today, and she was telling me like where to go. And I never lived in Seymour, obviously, but I went down there so much that it feels like I lived there. I mean, I was there, I mean, literally like every other weekend. Once a month, well, when we first started dating, I was down there every other weekend, if not every weekend. And then once my ex moved to Indianapolis, we would go down there at first, like, so we drove back and forth. We had a long distance relationship for 1 year. And then after that, he moved to Indianapolis and started working in Indianapolis. And then after that, like for the next 2-3 years, we would drive to Seymour like every other weekend. If our friends didn't come up to Indianapolis, we would go to Seymour and get a hotel room. And I remember getting really good deals at the Hampton Inn. We must have been like members or something there, because I think we were, because we got really good deals on hotel rooms. But then after that, it kind of like faded off. Like the more work we had and things like that, and you know, he got settled in Indianapolis. We didn't go down there as much. We would go down there like once a month, but still quite a bit. We would go to the Seymour City Pool a lot. I love the city pool. It's like ice cold. The city pool in Indianapolis, we have a city pool close to us too, and I love it. It's called Som Park, and it's like ice cold, and you can get nachos and Laffy Taffy and frozen Snicker bars. Oh my God, I love frozen Snicker bars at a pool. Do you ever go to the city pool and get like, well, I guess you don't really necessarily have to go to the city pool. You can go to any pool, and they have like concessions. Do you guys have concession stands at your pool? I love that. And why do I associate food with every season? Because I'm a food addict fatty, because I love it. I do. So I got up today, went to the casino with Valerie last night, met her at the casino. We had a great time. I took a bunch of money, and I got down, and I was like about out of money. And then I hit a bonus. It was funny because this girl that works at the casino, she's so nice. Of course I know everybody that works at the casino. So she was standing there, and she was like rubbing my machine, and she was like, "Come on, give him a bonus." Oh my God, it looks like I'm coming up on like major congestion up here. Maybe not. I'm really close to Seymour actually. Like, this is the exit before Seymour. I should show you guys. I should get off at this exit, but I don't know if I know how to get to their house from here. This is the Jonesville Seymour exit. Maybe on the way home I'll show it, if anybody's interested, which you can't tell me if you are. But if you get off at this exit, okay, on the way home, I will get off at this exit and show you and just get back on. But if I was like early, I would show it to you right now, but I'm not going to. When you get off this exit and you go over a bridge, it's really pretty. There is this drive-in restaurant. It's called, I can't remember what it's called, Rocky Top or something like that. But anyway, right next to it is the house that John Cougar Mellencamp grew up in. And it's a beautiful house. It's like this old, like, Victorian house, farmhouse. Well, I don't know if you necessarily call it Victorian, but I think his family still owns it. And you can see, like, when you pull in, it's like this little farmhouse out in the middle of nowhere. And I don't know if they still own it. I think somebody told me that they may have sold it, but his family still lives in it. And he lives actually in Bloomington, which is Columbus, Bloomington area, which is where he lives on the lake, I think, because I knew somebody that lived by him, which is probably about 20 minutes. Well, maybe it's more like an hour from here once you get off the exit. But so the house that he grew up in is right off there. And you know the song that talks about I grew up in a little pink houses, I grew up in a 6-bedroom house or whatever. Like, that's the house that he's talking about in the song. And because he's from Seymour. And my ex's mom actually went to high school with him. And when you drive into Seymour, there's a sign that says, home of John Cougar Mellencamp and the Oktoberfest. First weekend in October. And so anyway, but when we would go eat there, we would get off at that exit and drive in. We usually drove in that way because it's closer to my friend's house to go that way. But I just know this way better. When you drive in that way, you can see the house, and I've said that 15 times. But anyway, this Tesla is like literally going like this to these cars. Like, this is crazy. In the driveway, there was always like a Range Rover, a Porsche, a Mercedes. I don't know what cars they were, but they were nice cars at this little farmhouse. I always thought that was funny. I can't remember what that restaurant's called, but they had this cheeseburger that was very similar to a Big Mac, but not a Big Mac. And it was called like the Big and Tasty or something like that. It was hilarious, but it was so good. I love small town life. It was funny because I was talking to my friend today, and she's like, okay, now, when you come in, you're going to pass the Papa John's and the Orange Leaf, and she said something else. It was like 3 restaurants that definitely were not there when I used to go to Seymour, because when I used to go to Seymour, there was like the Cracker Barrel, the TA, that was the truck stop. There's not even a Denny's there. I don't think there was a Denny's in Seymour when we went. No, there wasn't. There was like the TA. There was like small little restaurants, but there was like on the town square and stuff. But there was like, because we used to go to the Oktoberfest and we would do the cakewalk. Did you ever do the cakewalk back in the day when you go to fairs and stuff like that? And then you get like, you know, you walk in the circle until the music stops. And then if you're the last one, you get the cake. Oh my God, we used to always do that. The Oktoberfest used to be so much fun. We used to come down here and go the whole weekend. We would go Friday and Saturday night to the Oktoberfest. Maybe we went Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't remember. But anyway, sometimes you would like walk past this little music store and John Mellencamp would be out there playing guitar with like these old guys that were like musicians in Seymour. But, I don't know if I ever saw him do that or if he was there one night when we were there. I feel like we walked by and he was there and I about died, but maybe they told us he was there and we kept on walking by. I don't remember. It has been literally so long. My ex and I started dating in 2001, so it has been 18 years since I was first introduced to Seymour, Indiana. But back in the day, there was, here, I'm looking at the signs right now. There's a Cracker Barrel. It says, there was no Steak and Shake back in the day in Seymour. Was there? I don't think there was. There was a Cracker Barrel. There was the TA. There was this Tex-Mex restaurant that I loved. There was Ryan's Buffet, which I couldn't stand. We only went there one time, and it was for like a family holiday. And then, where else did we go? Oh, there was a Chinese restaurant that had the Wall of Shame with all the checks that they would staple to it. Lots of fast food places. Okay, this was where I was introduced to the fact that Kentucky Fried Chicken actually has a buffet. I did not know that Kentucky Fried Chicken had a buffet, but every Sunday in Seymour, they would have the Kentucky Fried Chicken buffet, which means you paid like $5.99, and it wasn't like a huge buffet, but it had like chicken and biscuits and mashed potatoes, everything that you would order from Kentucky Fried Chicken, but it literally like had it on this little buffet, and you can eat as much as you want. I'm like looking at these signs to see what's here now. Well, there was the Tanger Outlet Mall that had the movie theater too, but that went under. There was never anything very exciting there. I think the Steak and Shake was in Seymour when we used to go there. Or maybe, I think Alex and I and our friend went to Louisville one weekend, and on the way home we stopped. Oh no, you know what I know? You know what it is? I think it's when Alex and I and Melissa and Aaron went to go see Lady Gaga in Louisville. I think we stopped in Seymour and they got food at Steak and Shake. I'm almost positive that's what it was. Look at this, they have a BW3s. Oh my God, I'm impressed. Buffalo Wild Wings. Is that BW3s? Is it the same thing? I don't know, I don't eat wings. I'm not a wing person. My dad and my stepmom, oh my God, they love wings. With the celery, I never understood why they always gave celery with wings. But my dad and my stepmom love wings. This Tanger Outlet Mall is so sad. It's been so sad forever, but like literally there's like no stores in there now. They used to have like a J. Crew, and do they have anything in there anymore? No, it's empty. Oh my God, it's totally empty. There's nothing in there anymore. How sad is that? Well, the movie theater, The Great Escape, is still there. So here's the Hampton Inn that I used to stay at every weekend, right off the interstate. What's that buffet? What's that buffet? The Royal Buffet. I've never heard of that. I should make my friends take me to the buffet, or the Cracker Barrel. Oh, we could go to the Cracker Barrel. Well, this is so funny. So one of our friends, if you've ever seen the Pink Tutu story, the friend's house that we were at, I was talking to my friends and I said, oh, so how's so-and-so? And they said she works at a Cracker Barrel now. And I said, when I come down there, we're going to Cracker Barrel. And they were like, okay. I said, because we've got to go see her. That'll be so funny. Do you remember that? If you've never seen my Pink Tutu story, put in Peter Monn Pink Tutu and it'll pull it up. It's a story about me being in Seymour. And my friends, we were going over to my friend's house, and they were like, when you've had enough, you have to say the word, you have to use the word Pink Tutu, and you have to, this will be so funny if I still remember where I'm going, because when I was talking to her on the phone, she was like, now do you know where you're going? It seemed like it was just yesterday that I was here. They have a Starbucks. Oh my God, I'm so impressed. They have a Chili's. There's the Royal, oh, I thought that was the buffet, but it's not the buffet. They have a Bonanza. I think the Ponderosa. They had a Ponderosa, not a Bonanza. But anyway, so they said I had to use the word Pink Tutu in a sentence when I was like, oh my God, they have a White Castle. I can't believe it. They have a Whitey Castile up at Seymour. I am dying. You know what's really funny is, so Alex and I have a good friend of ours, Katie Stam Irk, and Katie Stam was Miss America, and she was the only Miss America from Indiana, and love her. She's so sweet, so gorgeous, and she's one of the nicest people in the entire world. But I didn't meet her till like years ago. Well, probably like 8 years ago I met her. And there's this cute little restaurant called Freddy's Steak Burgers and Ice Cream or something. It's got an ice cream cone on it. How cute. But she's from Seymour, Indiana. I could not believe it. Well, the people that I hung out with and my friends, they were very country. See, there's kind of like a difference. There's like, apparently, there's like an elite Seymour and then like a country Seymour. Well, my friends are definitely the country Seymour. They're not like, I don't know where that Seymour is. I never saw that Seymour, whatever. Oh, there was always an Applebee's. There's an Applebee's up here we used to go to. Where's the Walmart? Have I passed the Walmart already? No, I don't think so. Oh, here it is. There's the Walmart. Oh my God, I spent so many nights at that Walmart. Yeah, we used to always go to the Applebee's, and I would get the chicken. It was some kind of chicken like taco kind of deal. Chicken something. I can't remember what it was called, but then we would get the Blondie. Did you guys ever have the Blondie? If you have never had the Blondie from Applebee's, if they still have it, you have to go. It is so good. Look how huge the Walmart is now. My God. This is crazy. My ex's grandpa used to own a car dealership right along 50, this is 50, right along here, and We would always stop in there when we came in. JC Food Stores, Speedway that we used to stop at all the time on our way out to go to the casino boat or go to, what do you call it? Louisville to go out for the weekend. Taco Bell. Maybe we went to Taco Bell when I was here with Alex and Melissa and Aaron. I don't remember. Isn't it weird when you go back? It's like, kind of like going back home a little bit, isn't it? But I meet people all the time that are from Seymour. There was actually somebody that was like watching my vlog one night or watching the Pink Tutu story or something. So if you watch the video, it's so funny because like at one point I've had it and I'm like ready. Is this so bright? I'm like ready to get out and I'm like, Pink Tutu, Pink Tutu, Pink Tutu. I like had to get out of the house. It was so funny. I think my Tex-Mex restaurant is gone. Here's where the Chinese restaurant was. Is it still in there? Let's see. Buffet China! Oh my God, it's still there! I cannot believe it. Oh my God, can I go eat the Buffet China and not like get like because I can't eat meat. So what do I do? The Texas restaurant, the Tex-Mex restaurant was right there. It's gone. That makes me so sad. All right, listen, I'm gonna get off here and I will be on later. You guys, I know, don't need to see any more of my excitement of the food restaurants in Seymour, Indiana. It's rather boring, I know. All right, I will see you guys back in a little bit. Bye. Okay, outfit change number 3 for the day. I just left Seymour. I'll talk about that in just a second, but I'm trying to find this house to show you guys. I wasn't gonna do it. I was like, because I'm gonna stop in Edinburgh on the way home, and I have like an hour to get there, and I want to get some cologne and maybe go to Nike. I don't know. So I'm like 20 minutes from there. It has been pouring down rain for like the last hour maybe. We went to the viewing and celebration of life and stuff. It was so depressing. It was like so sad to me. There were literally like 10 people there and we were the only ones besides family. And you know, and my friend looked at me and she said, and she's like a really compassionate person, and she said, I'm really angry right now. And I said, why? And she goes, I'm kind of angry at him. And I said, it's totally understandable. And she goes, he just could have been so much more, you know? And so we stayed for a while. And it just, we talked to everybody and talked to everybody again and talked to everybody again. And then there was like, I mean, it just was 10, it was literally 10 people. And, it's sad. It just was sad to me, you know, that, I don't know. But the 3 of us really cared about him, you know, at one point. I mean, I was sitting there wondering about, well, where were all these people that you spent all this time with when you weren't spending time with us, I guess. You know, I don't know. It doesn't matter, but it's just, the whole thing is so sad to me, you know? It's just, this is where I could go on and on and on about lives lost to drugs and alcohol. You guys, is this country not totally beautiful to see? It's just beautiful, isn't it? But this is where it's like, just like I get so sad about like lives lost to drugs and alcohol because it's just senseless deaths, you know? So afterwards, I went to their house. Their house is so huge. Oh my God. So they just bought a new house like a year ago, and the whole thing is like gray and white. They have like gray hardwood floors they put in, or that were put in right before they moved in. It's the cutest house. They have this huge garage, 2-story garage. It has like an upstairs to it that they're gonna put an office in. And then they have like this little carriage house kind of thing in their backyard, and they have apple trees. It's so pretty. It's so, so pretty. And look, I'm crossing a bridge right now. Do you see? River. This is the Muscatatuck River. And so afterwards we went back to their house, and I was like, because I wanted to change. I put on like I had this plaid shirt and pants. I was like, can we go back to your house really quick so I can change? And they were like, yeah. So we went back there and we all changed and got comfortable. They changed our shoes and stuff. And then, oh my God, the Seymour Psychic left on Tipton. Psychic tarot cards palm readings. So anyway, right across from the Amish roofers bulletin board, so I was like, well, where do you guys want to go eat? And my friend was like, well, I thought that we could go to, so this is the house right here. Oh, can you see it? You can't really see it. When I come back the other way, I'll turn around. This is the little restaurant I was talking about. Rockford Ridge, here it is. Here, I'm gonna pull in here and I'll show you guys. It's open right now. You can come in here and you can get yourself a big Rocky, that's what it's called. So here's what it looks like. Let me put this down so I can see what I'm doing. So this is the little drive-in restaurant that we used to go to in the summers. Isn't this so cute? Now, because I'm not going to be able to show you when I drive by it, it's too hard and you can't really see it. This is the house. That's the house that John Mellencamp grew up in. Can you see it? I don't know if you can really, you can see the top of it. So it's like this farmhouse, see? So yeah, and when I drive by, I'll try to show it. Just ask for a rock ring and a red. I don't know what that means. Maybe a big red that they have here. Oh no, it wasn't called Rockford Ridge, it was called Rockford Place when we used to go there. That's what it was called. So I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but this is the house. I have to show it since I drove. You can't really see it. I don't remember that hill being up there. But this is it. Isn't that so pretty? Can you even see it? You can't really see it. But it's cute. Anyway. So we went back to their house and we changed, and I was like, is that light helping at all? It doesn't really matter. I was like, well, where do you guys want to go eat? And they were like, well, we were thinking, my friend was like, well, I was thinking that we could go to Waffle House to kind of go down memory lane a little bit. And I was like, that's fine. We're kind of talking about some other places to go, but we decided on Waffle House, which is now called like the something cafe, the early morning cafe or something, I don't know. So we went and we sat there literally for like 2 hours. And, well, longer than, no, about 2 hours. And look at this river. Do you guys see it? How pretty it is? And we sat there for like 2 hours and talked. We had so much fun and just kind of caught up. And I asked him about all these people that we used to hang out with back in the day. And it was just, it was nice, you know? It was nice to catch up. And I think the sad thing about funerals is that they're tragic occurrences, but they're always kind of a time to catch up with somebody and see people, you know, that you're not going to see again for a long time. And so anyway, yeah. We were telling all kinds of funny stories of all of us back in the day and how much fun we used to have. I was excited. I was showing them my humongous lip balm. So they're like, you have not changed one bit. They're like, you were exactly the same that you were 15 years ago. My friends have not aged a day since, I swear to God, I saw him 4 years ago, and when I first met him in 2001, their hair looks different, but doesn't all of our hair look different? I mean, my hair is completely white. If I turn the light on, it doesn't do anything anyway because it's dusk. Dusk is like a really bad time to film in this camera in this car. Okay. Louisville, Indiana. And Alex had his fundraising event thing that he went and did, and then he went to go have a drink with this girl that he went and did that with. He called me, and so we'll probably get home about the same time. I said, is there anything that you need from Edinburgh? And he goes, I don't need anything. Basically saying, like, but if you want to bring me a present. I don't even think I'll have that much time. I don't know what time they close. Well, they don't close at 6. They probably close at, I would think, 9, don't you think? The only time we ever usually come down is for, like, Black Friday shopping. So, yeah. His mom wasn't even, like, when we got there, and we got there at, like, 4:45, and it started at 4, his mom wasn't even there yet, because I thought this was so sad. She is in the same nursing home. We thought that he was living with his mom, but then my friend said, well, that must be why we thought that, because we talked to his sister, his 2 sisters were there, and they said, no, he was in the same nursing home as our mom was, same assisted living program. And she's 2 doors down from him, and apparently she's, like, really having a hard time because he was, like, 2 doors down, and, I mean, I can't imagine that would be so hard, right? But they were supposed to transport her to the funeral home, and apparently that didn't happen or something because she's in a wheelchair, so it's really hard to transport her. So, some cousins or something had to go pick her up. I don't know. I didn't know the story, but I did talk to his sister, and I asked her kind of what was going on at the end, and she said he was really ready to go, Peter. She was like, he told us like 3 weeks before he passed that he was like ready to go, and he was just, and she said he would have periods where he like came and went, like it just, like where he was, you know, conscious of who people were, and then where he didn't know who people were, and apparently it was his liver and his kidneys, but his kidneys shut down first, and he was so bloated at the end. She said his wrists were just like huge, which was similar to what happened with my mom, because my mom's kidneys shut down. And I'm sorry, you guys, it's so dark, but and she said that like he wouldn't go to the bathroom for like days on end, and they had to give him all of his medicine intravenously, and that it was at a point where he was like, you know, like if you touched him, he was in a lot of pain, but he didn't really understand how to ask for pain medication. So like apparently he was able to have pain medication, but he didn't really understand like how to ask for it if he was hurting. So he, here it is, pouring down right again. So he, a lot of times, just wouldn't even ask. And she said she had a conversation with him like a couple weeks before, like 3 weeks before, and he was really coherent. She said it was weird that he would have like two days where he'd be really coherent, and you could talk to him about the past, and he would remember everything, and, you know, whatever, and then he would go through periods where he like hardly even knew who you were. And it would just come and go. And like 3 weeks before, he had been really coherent. And I think I used the word conscious before. That's not the word I meant. But anyway, he was really coherent. And so she was like talking to him, and he said, I'm ready to go. Like, I don't, like, I'm ready. I don't want to be here anymore. And apparently he just was so miserable and in so much pain at that point. So sad. But we celebrated his memory, eating at Waffle House and telling old stories about him tonight. And it was funny because they had these pictures that they had put together, and this one picture was of him, and so he had kind of like choppy blonde hair, and he had this blue lipstick on, and they were like, when we first got there, they were like, our mom is going to be so mad that we picked that picture, but that was Scott. You know, he was always doing something fun and crazy, and I was like, he would love that picture. Sad. So, there's that. They're like, now don't be a stranger, don't make us wait another 3 or 4 years until we see you. And I was like, okay, I won't. Sad as time goes by, doesn't it? Isn't it that we say we're going to keep in touch with people and then like we get new friends and new parts of our lives, and it's like, you know what I mean? Especially when people like move away or you move away, or it's just harder, I think, sometimes to stay in contact. And we always say we're going to do that, you know, don't we? Like all of us, I think, in this world. I was the one, like, after high school, that I was the one that tried to keep, like, our group together for a really long time, and nobody really cared. And I'm talking about, like, years after, you know, I was like, oh, let's all get together, and, like, nobody really wanted to do it. Like, you know, a couple people would be like, okay, yeah, just let me know when, and then I try to arrange it, and then I'd say, okay, what about this? Oh, I can't do that weekend, or I can't do this weekend, and so I just kind of stopped at some point. I just was like, I'm not... It's just like, it is like blue skies all the way around me. I'm like, am I like right underneath a gray cloud or something? Because it is like pouring down rain. But I think you have to really do some work, and, you know, to keep people, to stay friends with each other. You know, don't you think? I think it's hard. Tree. I always thought it was closer to Edinburgh than it is. I don't even know if I've passed Columbus yet. I don't think I have. These poor guys out here still working, and still doing construction in this mud on the side of the road in this horrible rain. Stopping now. It's turning into a really pretty evening. I still haven't finished my book Brave Face. I was going to listen to it on the way down here, but I listened to music the whole time instead. So I need to finish that tonight. I've been wanting to finish that. It's really good. It's so weird how much I relate. I relate to his story. At this one point, he's talking about this movie called Beautiful Thing. That was like this gay movie, British gay movie. And I totally, as soon as he started talking about it, I remembered it. And I remember that the soundtrack was so fantastic, and it was all Mamas and the Papas and Mama Cass songs. And he was like, I went out and I bought the soundtrack, and I was thinking to myself, I have that soundtrack, I think, in my basement. And he said in the book, he goes, I went out and I was so in love with the movie that I bought the soundtrack, and it was all Mama Cat. I was like, that is so funny that I have the same soundtrack. Okay. I had my air conditioning all the way down, and it is freezing in here now. Oh, my battery is about to die. Well, I have another battery in my car, so I'll stop this now, and then after I get to Edinburgh on my way home, I might vlog a little bit more. If not, I'll vlog later tonight. I was going to try to kind of finish the whole vlog on my way home so I could spend time with Alex tonight. And go to bed at a reasonable hour. So, I will vlog a little bit more when I get back in the car. And I'm going to end this now, and I'll change batteries in Edinburgh. Okay, bye. I'm back. No costume change. But I do feel like I've been put through it with my hair today because it was pouring down rain earlier. I stopped and got a bottle of water at the Speedway right before I left Edinburgh. So I went in there quickly. I went to Perfumania. I got 2 different kinds of cologne. Well, Hugo Boss, but 2 different kinds. They both smell really good. They were both greatly on sale. And then, I can't show it to you because it's in the back seat. I went to Abercrombie, which I'm not like a huge Abercrombie fan, especially when they have like, you know, the Abercrombie mousse or whatever like all over it. I don't love that. But I think they have some cute stuff, and I think they're getting back to what it looked like originally, with some of their stuff. Like for a long time, it was just like the very like Hollister looking, you know, polo shirts with a moose on it. I don't dislike it. Here's the thing, I'm 46 years old. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm not trying to pull that look that from when I was like much younger, which I didn't even dress that way when I was younger, but, well, that's not true. I guess like I used to only wear Abercrombie jeans because they were the ones. So I'm like, I know you probably can't see this in pictures, but I'm like really long-legged. Like my waist is like kind of high, so my legs are really long. And so like it's hard for me to find jeans that fit sometimes. So I used to always wear Abercrombie bootcut jeans because they fit like perfect. But then when I gained a bunch of weight, that wasn't the case anymore. But I used to wear them. So that would have been like in my late 20s that I wore them. But I don't remember like buying a whole lot else from Abercrombie. I cannot stand the smell of that Fierce cologne. That's ugh. But anyway, I went in there, and Alex and I had gone at like Christmas time to the Abercrombie in Indianapolis right by our house. And I had looked at this coat, and it's this red plaid coat. It's just like zip up, you know, puffy coat. And it was like $250. And it's adorable. It's like red plaid, like Christmas plaid. It's all different, like blue and yellow and red and green. It's adorable. And it has a hood on it. And I was like, and you know I love coats. And I like to have different coats. I don't like to always wear the same coat. And so I went into Abercrombie, and I was like, in the outlet mall, like all the stuff in the front is kind of like same price. Like, so I got a pair of, I know this is cheesy, but because I actually have them right here, my Birkenstocks, because I was wearing them to dinner earlier, but I have these, do you see, they're like camouflage Birkenstocks. So they had blue and gray sweat shorts in there. So I got a pair of blue and gray sweat shorts that were like 30% off. So they came to like 17 bucks. And then I saw this red plaid coat. I was like walking to the back where all the clearance is. They had the most incredible clearance you've ever seen in the entire world. Like, if you like Abercrombie, go to an Abercrombie outlet. I mean, t-shirts are literally, you guys, like $1. Like, why you would ever, and they look like something you would go buy today. Like, I mean, they're last season, but who cares? You know what I mean? And, so I was walking towards the back, and I saw like they had like 3 of these red coats, and I was like, oh my God, that's the coat that I wanted. And so I went back there, and they had a large and 2 mediums. So I tried the large on. I'm still like, if I lost 20 pounds, I could fit into the large easily. But like right now it's a little tight. And I was like, I don't know. And I looked at the price tag, and it was $34.99, and then it was 50% off. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this coat, and if I don't wear it, then Alex can wear it. Well, then I went around the corner to the other side of the rack that had the coats, and they had this camouflage jacket. It's big. It comes down to like past your waist. It's big, obviously. It's this big camouflage coat, and you know, like the denim, the Levi denim jackets that have like the white fur, not white fur, but white cotton collars on them. It has that, but like in green, like green cotton instead of white cotton. This coat is gorgeous. And I put it on and looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, oh my God, I'm in love with this coat. Well, the price tag on there said like 30% off, but each of these coats started at $250, you guys, okay? I got this. This is a winter coat, you guys. A camouflage, it's like camouflage material, like an army jacket. It started at $250. This is last season. $250. I got it for $9.99. I could not, my entire bill came to $49, $49.99. I could not believe it. I got 2 winter coats and a pair of my sweat shorts were more expensive than either coat that I got. And I almost didn't get them because I was like, that's ridiculous. I could not believe it. I was like, oh my God. I mean, I'm the biggest clearance shopper. That's probably something people wouldn't guess by me, but like I love to clearance shop. But if I find a really good deal, like I have a hard time like buying it. Like I got my 2 new Icon hats in the mail, And the red plaid one is really cute, but it's really a fall winter hat. I mean, it wouldn't look right in the summer necessarily. I don't know. Alex was like, it's really cute. I think you could wear it all summer long with like jean shorts and like a black t-shirt. And it's a trucker hat, so it fits me like, where's my other hat? My other trucker hat is back there somewhere. It fits me like this one. See, it's a trucker hat like this. But the other one is a baseball hat, and it doesn't fit me right. It just doesn't. And I think part of it is because my head is so big. So I'm like, I think I'm gonna wait. You guys, I just have to turn this around and show you. Can you see, do you see this? Look at that, it's beautiful outside. Indiana in the summer. So I was like, that's what happens after the storms. I'm going home and I'm gonna lay down for an hour and a half. I'm like so relaxed right now. It's been a long day. So then I was like, I need to get, I went into the Bed Bath & Beyond, or the Bath & Body Works outlet there, which I didn't think things were like a whole lot cheaper. Like the candles still seemed like they were the same price to me, but I literally walked in and I smelled the candle and it smelled so good. And it was the first candle I picked up. And it was like $24.99 or something. I think they probably were on sale because it's an outlet mall, but I didn't look. Because I went to right behind it to the right, they had this area that was like men's stuff. And it was like, one was called like Graphite or Granite. It was like a cologne and body wash and stuff. I didn't really care for that, but they had one called Bourbon that I really liked the smell of. They also had one called Ocean and another one. And look at it over here. Can you guys see it over there? Is it picking up the color of the sky? It's so pretty. I mean, I just love, this is why I love the Midwest in the summertime. But anyway, it looks like it's kind of pink in my sunroof too, but it's not really. So I looked at the men's stuff, and then this girl was like stacking stuff out of boxes, and I started walking out, and she goes, thanks, like, you're not gonna stay? And I mean, the store is big, so I could have gone all the way back, and I said, yeah, I gotta get out of here, I'm gonna buy everything. Like, I was like, okay, you just were stopping for cologne and maybe shoes at Nike. I didn't get a shoe because I had to go to the bathroom and I only had a half an hour left. So I was like, I'd rather go to Abercrombie than get another pair. I don't need another pair of shoes. So I went to Abercrombie and Perfumania. Those are the only two places I went. But I feel like those are some really good deals. I got like really good deals on that stuff, don't you think? I think so. And Alex is still with his friend, so he should probably be home by the time I get home, I would think. So pretty. I just can't believe how pretty it is. It's kind of nice stopping there and just going through the stores. I love that outlet mall. The thing is, you could spend a lot of money in there. But they don't really have, like, I was going to go into Sperry if I had enough time, because I just want to see what they have, but, like, I don't need another pair of Sperry's, you know? And I was going to go into the Lids outlet or the Finish Line and look at, like, hats. But, like, God knows I don't need another hat. I was going to look at Finish Line to see about shoes. And I thought, I'm just going to end up going into all these places and buying something because it's on sale, and I don't need to do that. But I do now have two really nice winter coats. I mean, I have so many winter coats. But I left my North Face jacket in LA in the back of an Uber. I'm still mad about that, by the way. But I meant to go, actually, to Nordstrom Rack. I need to do this. Because I don't care about off-season, gold season, all that kind of stuff. I need to do this while I'm thinking about it. Like, I need to go to Dick's Sporting Goods, and I need to go to Nordstrom Rack, or even the North Face website, and I need to buy another jacket while it's off-season on sale. Because I'm sure there's some North Face jackets on sale right now, or maybe even just go to North Face. Do you think that they have a sale? I need to look around. I'll look online, too. Because I want another North Face jacket for the winter, because that was really good, like, jacket to just, like, throw over, like, you know, a t-shirt and go to a meeting or just go wherever. It was, like, really comfortable. Plus, when we travel, it's easy to travel with because, you know, where you get to, it's not going to be that cold. But like when I went to LA, it was perfect for LA. I needed the jacket because it was cold there. So, yeah, I want to get another one. But I don't want to pay full price for it if I don't have to, because I wouldn't be buying another one if I hadn't left it out there. Look at that, an Ulta. That's like an Ulta distribution center. That's weird. Who knew there was an Ulta distribution center at County Line Road off of Indianapolis? It's kind of funny, isn't it? Oh, what a beautiful evening. My head feels so clear right now. You know, I talk on here a lot about having headaches, but like right now, my head is so clear. And I just feel so calm and at peace tonight. I think it's also like last week and this week, just with both of our friends passing and, you know, the stuff with Alex's friend, the celebration of life, and then going to Kentucky, and then, you know, David's graduation. It's just all of this stuff, that David's graduation that we had to do on Thursday. I mean, all of these things, right? That it just was one thing after another after another. And I think now it's kind of like, okay, time to relax a little bit, you know? I'm really happy that, like, I'm happy that Alex is going. He's so excited about going to Spring Awakening, and I'm happy for him. But at the same time, I'm really happy that I'm staying home and I have no plans this weekend, other than maybe doing some live streams. I mean, I'm really happy about that, because I just need a weekend to relax and be with the dogs and burn some candle waxes or melt some candle waxes and clean. I want to clean the house this weekend. And yeah, Alex he was cleaning the bathroom floor yesterday, and he found out that there's 2 tiles by our toilet that have like come up. So we're gonna have to hire a tile man to come in and do these tiles, which it's just like they're like, all they need to be done is put it back down, but there's like all this stuff underneath it, so they don't lay flat. But the problem is that we had a leak in our bathroom. God, this is like 8 or 9 years ago. And we hired somebody to do the job, and they did. You guys, you should see the sky now. Look at this. You're probably like, I'm so tired of seeing the sky, but is that not so beautiful? But we hired this guy to do it, and he did a horrible job on it. I was really not happy with it. Neither was Alex. Hold on. And, like, he just left the bathroom downstairs just a mess, and it just, like, the wall looks horrible. We still, to this day, because we keep on saying we don't know what we want to do with that bathroom, we still haven't really fixed it. Or we still haven't fixed it. So, it just looks like drywall in there. We need to paint it in there. But he did, like, fix the tile around the toilet. Oh, we had new toilets put in. So we put new toilets in and then retiled around the toilets. Well, they've always kind of been a little loose. Like 6 months after that, I noticed that they were kind of a little loose, and I thought it was strange. But like this tile, I literally like, because Alex told me last night, he's like, babe, 2 of the tiles are like loose around the toilet. So today I like looked to see where it was, because it's kind of wobbly, and I literally picked it up. Picked it up right out. I'm like, oh, the tile's completely loose, and I'm afraid it's gonna crack. So we need to have him come, not him, no, definitely not him. We need to have somebody come and fix this before it gets worse. That thing I bought that night, you guys, I don't remember what it's called. It's not June's Miracle White cloth, June's Miracle cloth that I bought. That was fantastic. But it was something else. I showed it on here that night that I bought it. That works so well in my car windows, you guys. I could not believe it. Like, it's, I mean, other than some spots because of the rain, it's like putting bugs. It's pretty clean right now. Pretty clear. Yeah, my eyes are getting tired already. I'm gonna sleep good tonight. guys, I think I'm going to end this vlog early tonight because I want to be done when I get home and upload it and have it ready. And I know this is shorter tonight than it usually is, but I just kind of want to spend some time with Alex when I get home, and we'll probably get in bed and just kind of hang out and talk for a little bit. So I'm going to get off here now. Make sure I'm going the right way. 465 East. I usually am coming up here at night, and so it looks different to me. But anyway, I hope you guys are having an amazing Wednesday. No, today's Wednesday. I hope you're having an amazing Thursday, unless you have other plans. But don't have other plans. Life is short. It's not a dress rehearsal. Have fun. You know, make sure that you have some healthy fun in your life. I think it's important. And tell memories with one another. Share stories of your life. That was really fun today for me. And yeah, if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Pass it on. Say it to yourself in the mirror. Believe it. Put it on a Post-it note. Put it on your mirror so you remember to say it to yourself every day. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.